Hi guys, have we got a property for you today? Okay, so this is going to be a very short video, mainly because there's only 4 photos to have a look at this, but this is a huge amount of property with a lot of land, and it is 70,000 euros, which I believe to be in British pounds is around 61,280, and in US dollars that's 82,000. So it's a ridiculous price really for what you get, but there is a lot of work to be done, as you can probably see. Now you'd be probably surprised to hear that it's all of this. Okay, so there's like 2 properties really here, this property and this property here. Then there's also this one here where the roof has collapsed, and if you look here you'll see actually this is a gateway into it. So this is like a balcony, a built-on balcony, which actually houses the underneath, so you can't really see much of the property. But if we quickly flick through the photos, you'll see here is a better view. So there's another gate there, which, as you can see, there's some doors into this underneath section. So this, I don't know how much of this underneath section is property, or whether there's some part of the hill, because I think it's into a hill here, so you can see a bit of land, but you're going to see a huge amount of land for this. So this is the view from the air, which is the property. I think it's this property here. Yeah, this property and that one there. It's quite a long roof on that back, quite a long slope, and then there's that roof there. But this next photo will show you how much land you get. You get all of that land there. So that's your boundary, all of that land behind that building. So you get this house here, there's obviously these buildings here, this bit here, and that bit there that had a roof that has collapsed. So if we go back to the photo, we can see, so it's there, so there's that gable end there. So you're going to, when it comes to building this part or working on this part, you're obviously going to have some good communication with the neighbours, because you're going to be working very close to neighbours on that score there. But I mean, it's 70,000 euros for all of that land. And these properties, which, like I say, in UK pounds is 61,300, and in US dollars it's basically just slightly over 82,000 US dollars. Now I want you to look at this in comparison. I saw these today. These are garages for sale in London. I think it's in London. That's where I did a search. Obviously, garage prices will be cheaper wherever you go in the UK. But this is what I want you to understand, or I want you to think about. You can buy a garage for 36,500. That was one of the cheapest. And this one, I don't know if this is both the garages or just one, but it's £50,000 to buy a garage in London. That is how crazy some of these prices have got across the country. Now, obviously, there are parts of the UK where you can buy a property for a few thousand, but they are in an absolute derelict mess. There was a scheme not so long ago where you had to buy a property. You could buy a property in Liverpool for something like £1, but on part of that deal was you had to spend X amount of money doing it up. Now, we know that there's going to be money to spend on doing a property like this up. It's going to be, it's going to need a lot of work, so there is going to be money to be spent. But I mean, it's one of those properties where you could probably actually work on this one first, get this one probably habitable before moving on to that one. It's something that you can do in your sort of in your spare time. But the thing about these properties here, what I love so much, is the location. So, for example, if we go and have a look at the location, I think it's somewhere around here. It's not too far from this town here. I can't pronounce it very well, but it is a beautiful town. I have been there myself. And again, you're not too far away from Coimbra. Coimbra is a rather large university city in Portugal. And if we just sort of zoom out a fraction, you'll see you're not too far from the coast. So you've got Figueira de Foz over there, which is quite a beautiful place. And I think, is it down here? We go to Nazaré. We've been to Nazaré. It's a beautiful town there. Fantastic beach. You'll love Nazaré. And so you're not too far away from the seaside, from the coast. And you're a good drive, probably about 40 minutes to Figueira de Foz. Possibly an hour and a half to Nazaré. So yeah, so that's what I just wanted to bring to your attention. I mean, let's have a quick look. You're not too far from Penella. Penella is I believe I looked at that in a previous video. And if we go to quickly to Penella, it's a beautiful little town, Penella. That there is a little restaurant in a park, in a sort of parked area. It's a beautiful little parked area. And then there's a castle up there. So this is the market town. It's a very small market town, but that is the market up there. But if we go and sort of jump on this road here just quickly, you'll see from here, this is the drive into Penella. There's a beautiful castle. We've been through the I've driven through the town a few times. If I can just find this little area, that's and you'll see some of the beautiful little streets. So if I go down here just quickly and turn around, that is actually the main sort of market square. I should be able to go in there. I mean, look at this beautiful archway. This is another property that last time I was there in Portugal was actually up for sale. So let's just go. Doesn't want me to drive through. I should be able to drive through, but yes, that property, and it looks like it still is for sale. A fantastic property. So yes, that's Penella, and that is not too far away from the. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if I can extend the map. So yes, so Penella isn't too far away from this actual property here, and then obviously you've got these other towns as well in here. I've not been to that one myself, but that must be a pretty nice area. And so this is getting towards you just sort of left the mountains from the Lusar Mountains. You're there, probably Lusar Mountains. Actually, the Lusar Mountains are sort of behind you. These are some more hills, but you're more sort of in the flatter sort of part of Portugal, or heading towards the flatter coast. But again, a beautiful area, and as I said, you're not far away from Coimbra, which, in fact, let's have a quick look at Coindex. Alright, let's see if we can get into this. This is a town I've been to. Where would the town centre be? Is it? Trying to remember exactly where the town centre is. Oh, I do remember driving around this road somewhere, so it must be somewhere around here somewhere. But yeah, it is quite a pretty town centre. If I can get us into the centre somewhere, some of these, here we go, some of these cool backward streets of fantastic looking Portuguese properties, and I mean there's one for sale there. This is a beautiful town, if I remember rightly. Very in parts higgledy-piggledy, beautiful, and I think that must be up in towards the centre. Yeah, that's it, that's how I remember now. Nice beautiful big open centre, with lots of little shops and cafes about. And let me just drive down here fractionally. We should see some of the little cafes and eateries that are out on the streets, such a thing there. It's a beautiful part of Portugal, fantastic architecture, and yeah, I think it's a great place to live. So yeah, so that was that property. I'll just go back to it quickly. 70,000 euros, which again is around 82,000 US dollars and 61,000 British pounds, and you get a lot of property and a lot of land for that. Such a fantastic opportunity, I think. So on that note, I'm going to bring this video to a close. It's just a quick one. There's not many photos to show, unfortunately, but it's a fantastic looking property. If you want to see any more fantastic properties like this, then head over to www.cheapportugalproperty.com and sign up for the newsletter. Okay, cheers and goodbye.